last year's West semifinal in the NBA Cup, the Thunder handled the Rockets 111-96.
And Oklahoma City's defense was stiff against Houston. SGA led the game in scoring with 32 points. Also 6 assists, a signature moment for him during that MVP campaign.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Fox and Castle are their guards. Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. And it's Vassell in at the small forward position. Here's Wembanyama. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Daigneault. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively. And he said, I want to see us knock him off balance a little bit. Be tough, physical. That's how you get into his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. Nailed from three-point land.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Here's Wembanyama. And he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. It's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Here's Dort, following the bucket by the Spurs.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
And Craig, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Here's SGA. And there's Holmgren. That's good on the assist by SGA.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Over Holmgren. Nice shot by Wembanyama, no good. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Now, here's Fox. He seems to always find a way to rack up points, currently averaging 24 points a game. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Yeah, that's the kind of performance you're going to try to build on. Now they have to find a way to replicate that success.
Now here's Barnes. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. For Oklahoma City, Kenrich Williams comes in for Chet Holmgren. And Aaron Wiggins is subbed in for Cason Wallace. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Harrison Barnes. Johnson's checked in for Devin Vassell. And it's Harper in for Stephon Castle. Now here's Wiggins. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. From deep, SGA. It's hauled in by Cornette.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
It seems like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tim, has the ball handling and finishing package of a player 6 inches shorter. What he does at his size is really amazing.
Yeah, I think he has the offensive game of a shorter player because he thought he was only going to be 6'1". He got to 6'6". So now you've got this incredible array of shot making around the rim with a much taller player. That is a difficult combination to deal with.
So he had to readjust not only physically but mentally how he approached the game, correct?
Absolutely. It changed everything for his approach.
Now, here's Fox. His last outing with 20 points. And he jams it with authority.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Williams with the ball, covered by Johnson. Now here's Wiggins. He has yet to score. Zohan, the pass to Fox. Back to Zohan, a 3-ball. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to the second quarter. It's the Cup semifinal. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Thunder.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
Isaiah Joe is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Holmgren. Then it's Williams. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. San Antonio with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. Down low. Here's Johnson. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Johnson's got his first bucket in this one.
And that solid foundation of Keldon Johnson going to work as he fought for position there.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Thunder are a powerhouse without possessing a bunch of big-name stars. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, the front office does a good job of picking players to be a part of the organization, and Coach Mark Daigneault said, our job as a team is for the whole to be better than the sum of the parts. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Back to Zohan. 3 on the clock. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Oklahoma City leading by 8. Mitchell right side. And it's win or go home here, and this is what you love about the Cup, right, guys? The semifinals of the Cup are so enthralling. It's the closest thing we have to the college basketball tournament.
Yeah, everything is on the line in this one moment. That creates a lot of excitement, a lot of drama, and that's what the league was trying to achieve with this event.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Thunder. Williams is checked in for Williams. And it's Cason Wallace in for Isaiah Joe. Fox, he's checked in for San Antonio. And it's Fox with the ball for San Antonio. 11-point game. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Now, here's Mitchell. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Wallace finds Mitchell. Wallace with a screen for Williams. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession. Tim, how in the world did Jalen Williams fall into the Thunder's lap with the 12th pick back in that 2022 draft?
Well, Kevin, he played at a mid-major, so he was a bit of a late bloomer. A lot of people saw him as high floor, low ceiling type, and he was an awful fast riser as the draft got here, but still a steal in that late lottery.
And what a smart pick by that organization, huh? My goodness.
They seem to always get it right.
They do. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Fox passes to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Outside Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander. Excellent touch around the rim.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Pass to Castle. Fox against Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots a fader, and the rebound goes to the Thunder. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
And even though they're one of the top teams, they dropped the season series to the squad. So sometimes matchups play a role.
And SGA now just running the show, making smart reads and creating opportunities.
.104 left now here in the second. Outside Fox. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 14-4 run. Williams for three. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox. Spurs trail by 15. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 10 points for him. Holmgren kicks to Wiggins. Williams, that's a two-pointer. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Thunder lead by 14.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
And it's Vassell in the corner. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We come back right after this.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really liked were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Look, guys, anything can happen in a game like this, and we've already seen this kind of hype. You know, we know what it brings. I wouldn't go so far as to speculate that the players are dealing with nerves like we see during the postseason, but the energy in that building is fire.
What about the energy right here, Shaq? I mean, EJ, me, we're just warming up, watching the first half.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And halftime is come and gone, and the second half of the NBA Cup semifinal is here. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Here's Fox. And Tim, for all their talent, the Thunder committed to playing the right way.
Well, they are unselfish, they trust one another, and when a team is this committed at the defensive end of the floor, there's really no need to try to do too much offensively or play hero ball.
On the floor for San Antonio, Vassell pairs with Barnes to make up the forward pair. Fox and Castle are their guards, and it's Wembanyama in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, following the three-pointer by San Antonio.
But I tell you what, SGA is a bona fide superstar, having another huge night.
Barnes outside, right wing. Here's Wembanyama. Back to Barnes. 6 to shoot. Vassell inside the line. Buries the jump shot. The Thunder leading by 11. Outside, Dort. Back to SGA. The rebound by the Spurs. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. Well, De'Aaron Fox is trying to dial in as a lockdown defender, and he said, I want to be that type of guy. Go out there, guard people, and be someone that people don't want to put into action because you blow actions up. And then, at the end of the day, still being able to get to work on offense. Guys?
You love that mentality. Okay, Allie, thanks. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Vassell, a screen on SGA. Fox against SGA. The lead now in single digits. Fox has got his second bucket of the night.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
Here's SGA. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor. Now, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
Spurs trail by 11. Outside, Fox. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And good that time. Fox has got 4 this quarter.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Wallace, the pass to SGA. Inside, here's Holmgren. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
for Wallace. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Harrison Barnes. Johnson's checked in for Devin Vassell. And it's Harper in for Stephon Castle. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Sohan. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
Williams scanning the floor. Holmgren wide open. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Harper wide open. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Wiggins outside. SGA kicks to Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Beyond the arc. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, it's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Johnson sets the screen for Fox. Out to the wing. Outside Harper. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside SGA. 1 second left. Shea against tight D.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
Final quarter. It's the Cup semifinal. One of these teams so close to getting into that championship game. Out on the perimeter, Wallace and Williams. Kenrich Williams out there with Aaron Wiggins. And it's Mitchell in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Wallace. And the three off target. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the Spurs. They trail by 11. Champagnie passes to Wembanyama. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Wembanyama has got 4 this quarter.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Here's Williams. Here's Wiggins. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game has gone, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. checked in. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Spurs trail by 11. Harper in the corner. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Oklahoma City has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Back to Williams. Clock at 6. Harper with the steal. Johnson down low, covered by Mitchell, and it's in there.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
The Thunder leading by 9. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Williams. Dort comes in for Aaron Wiggins. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. San Antonio also making some changes. Barnes, he's checked in for Jeremy Sohan. Vassell comes in for Johnson. And Castle is subbed in for Harper. And it misses. Spurs trail by 9. Fox fires. The 3 goes down.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Fox against Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and he feathers one right through. What touch!
That's a high percentage look for SGA.
Fox against Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets it, 1 to go.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Outside Holmgren. On the wing, Williams, covered by Barnes. Holmgren sets the screen for Williams. Outside Holmgren. Missed on the 3. Spurs trail by 6. 1:37 left to play here in the fourth. Fox, there's the drive.
And accepting his role as a leader. Fox wants to come through for his guys in the big moments.
Fox with the steal. Fast break, here they come. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
High drama here, guys. I mean, they've managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the bounce. Now Dort, Williams outside. And he does not hit. Fast break, here we go. Castle. Nice use of the glass and the finish.
That is world class.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Fox.
And you just know that Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be the one taking these shots. How clutch.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
Bring your
top Fox. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Fox against SGA.
And that's Fox saying, I'm the top dog here. You need a big basket, you come to me.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
And this team is counting on SGA in these exact situations. He is the man in their key offensive moments.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now in terms of strategy here. Any thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, there's no room for error here. They need to draw up something that they can execute quickly.
SGA against Fox. A huge two-handed slam.
Yeah, when Fox gets into a rhythm, he is tough, having himself a night.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. SGA against Fox. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. And the layup is off. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll return shortly. Drama continues. This NBA Cup semifinal is in overtime. What an incredible game it's been. Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. And it's Fox in at the 1 spot. Now, here's George. Wembanyama rips down the rebound. Castle fires. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Castle. Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before, for sure. Outside, SGA. As we saw, 4 quarters not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime. Launches it. A three-pointer. Good.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
Barnes outside. A 17-footer. Holmgren rips down the rebound.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
Gilgeous-Alexander got it to go off the glass.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now, here's Fox. 5 to shoot. 11 feet away. Wembanyama. Good! The energy from Wembanyama.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
SGA plays it in off the window.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Vassell. Wembanyama, a screen. And get the three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
That one goes.
Oh, J-Dub, what an answer.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, they need a quick bucket and a foul.
Here is Wembanyama. Misses the three. So they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Here's Fox. Knocks down the 3.
And that's the kind of range Fox has added to his game.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. And this sends them straight to